Why, hello everyone, it's me, Kelly Ray, again. Hey everyone, I'm glad you made it here to my video. Not sure how you made it here. My first video only has 29 views as of yet. So probably most of you are fans of Simply Nailogical. I'm one of you. I'm a huge fan for many reasons. She's relatable. I mean, there's that part of you that has to like be that serious side, you know. She goes to work, she has a regular job. I mean, we all have that part, but then there's that other side of us where we're like, where we're weird and strange, and we we just have that fun part of us that needs to, you know, have a vent sometimes. And I have a lot of appreciation for Cristine and Ben and their whole channel, because I found their channel when I was having a really hard time in life, and she just inspired me to like be myself, and that it's okay to be weird as well as, you know, have that living like a normal person in everyday life. I first started planning sending a gift to Cristine and Ben probably about a year and a half ago, and I knew I didn't have a lot of money to buy them anything, and I just thought, what talents do I have? And I had already learned crochet a couple years prior to that, and I thought, well, I could make them some custom blankets. It was like the very next Saturday after thinking up this plan was Cristine had done the banana life hacks birthday video for Ben, and she painted that painting with the painting hack on the banana, and I thought, that's what I'll make for Ben. And then I thought, I need to make the most perfect, like, beautiful blanket that I can possibly conceive for Cristine the HoLo Queen, and it has to have ReAl HoLo. So I had a bit of a struggle trying to figure it out. I researched a lot of different items online. I tried ordering this tassel, ReAl HoLo tassel stuff. Apparently it's for making fishing lures, but the strings are only like this long, and I thought, oh, I'll just tie them together and make one long thread. And I had tied 10 together in, like, it took me like 4 hours to tie just 10 together, and I'm like, this is just impossible. So I researched it online, found these spools of hollow thread, ReAl HoLo thread, on Amazon. Ordered them and decided I was going to use that in my pattern that I made for her blanket there. Now, it was later, after watching her, I braid my hair with hollow or something, her hollow hair braiding episode anyways, I see that she actually used the exact same stuff, and her result with her hair is I don't want to give away too many hints, but it's very similar to the end result here. With that, I'm gonna go ahead with the little speed up here of me making the blanket. Please enjoy.
last you until you're done with nail art as a hobby and decide to pick up knitting, cause you're 80. Ooh, sparkly and glowing.
I'm not
Stop
80.
getting distracted, Cristine. So the other side of the crystal katana has a metal tool.
It's not knitting, so it doesn't count.
Secure the crystals in place firmly into the nail. So
Hey,
the store that
avocado!
calls itself pretty
Get in
once
there!
told you that these
Hey.
were rhinestones. Just gonna take you all away. You gone. Goodbye. You don't have
Avocado!
garbage.
Hey!
Now, how do we apply
Leave the yarn alone! Hey! Hey! No! Avocado! You're not supposed to eat it. You're not supposed to eat it. No. Yeah, no. 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 You're gonna have to go out, aren't you? You're not gonna listen. You want the yarn.
www.crystalninja.com, and I even got a special code for you guys. Use my code
Okay,
Simply10
where
at
were we?
checkout for 10% off your order.
Hey, so I thought I'd quickly pop in here and give you a quick tutorial, if you will, on how to do a corner to corner. I thought I'd show you just a simple walkthrough, I guess. Here's a picture for reference here. So essentially we're gonna start right here, and we're going to be working this way, and then the next row that way, and then that way, and so on and so forth until we reach row 9 here. We're just going to make one little square with a little letter H for hollow. And yeah. Okay, so here on the pattern you can see we're starting with a blue square. So we're going to take our blue yarn, make a little slip knot, pull tight, and you want to chain 6, okay. Then you want to, in the 4th chain from the hook here, right here, I don't know if you can see this here, you want to double crochet. Okay, there's one double crochet there. The chain X is 1, and then there's 2 right there. And then you want to do another double crochet in each of the next 2 here. So then it'll end up being like 4 little DCs making one square. And then in the last one, Okay, and there you go. That is your first square. Oh, sorry there. Way to go. So yeah, that is your first square right here. So now, what you want to do next, okay, is you're going to want to turn your work. Turn it over. Okay? Now we would chain 6 again. Same thing. Double crochet in 4th chain from hook. And in the next one, and in the next one. Okay, so now you've got the first square of your second row now. Now to connect them, you would go to your square from before, and you would pick out this chain on the top here, and slip your hook through there. Grab your yarn and do a slip stitch. Pull it through there. Then all you got to do to make the next square is chain 3, and in that same little chain hole that you made there, you would DC double crochet 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and you've just completed row 2. So yeah, row 2 right here. Okay, now row 3, we're going to need to do a color change. So there's going to be some color change stuff happening here. So what we do is we turn it again. Turn it over. Looks like a little blue heart. And since we're looking at our pattern here, we want to do blue, black, blue. Okay? So 1 blue square. So chain 6 always on the first square. And then in the 4th chain, double crochet, and again, and again. Okay, then you slip stitch again. Okay, now see, this is where we do it differently. When we want to change color, instead of doing the slip stitch, so I'm going to take that back out, and I'm going to take out this last little stitch here from my double crochet, so I have 2 loops. Okay, so let's just say I didn't do the last double crochet yet. Let's try it. Let's show you here. So what you want to do is only pull through 1 time. So there's 2 loops, okay, when you're changing colors. Then you would grab your next color and pull through on your last stitch there in your double crochet. Then you would go ahead and slip stitch it onto that chain there. And then you go ahead as you would, chain 3, DC 3, okay? Then normally what you would do is you would cut the blue and pick it back up again and start on your next square. But one little quick trick I should probably show you. I'm going to take this black square back out, and I'm going to show you how you can pull your yarn through without having to cut it, because at the end when you have all those scraggly bits, it gets to be quite a pain to try and weave them all in. So what I would do in this situation, if I pull the blue underneath the black stitches, you won't notice it because it'll be right next to its own color. And anytime I can do that, I will do that, because that makes a big difference on your weaving in ends at the end. So especially if you got to be changing colors a lot. Okay, so I would pull this through here, and now we want to go pull this blue over top and go through there as well. Okay, slip stitch 1, 2, 3. Maybe always being careful that this blue here stays underneath my black stitches. Okay, and then I've got 2 strings on there. I stopped before I finished the double crochet, pull the blue through. See how we did there? And we totally saved having a loose end there. And then we can go ahead and do our blue square. there you have it. So we've got, when we flip it here, you can see we've got the top corner. Now I'm going to go ahead here and do the next few rows. And there you have it, see? And if you did a whole blanket like this, I'm sure by now you're feeling like you've been on a roller coaster ride. Kind of glad it's over, but like a huge sigh of relief, but at the same time it feels like you're forever away from finishing because of all these gosh darn strings. I know the feeling, especially on this blanket that I did for Cristine, where there's more color changes. The more color changes, the more ends you will have to weave in. That's just the sad truth of it, okay? Now I'll quickly show you how I weave in ends, and that's basically all you'd need to know about making a corner-to-corner blanket. I mean, you could slap a border on when you're finished, or if you wanted, but I find that the edges are pretty, like, clean on the edge of these corner-to-corner blankets, so I often don't. But that's up to you. It's, you know, it's your happy little blanket. A few tips I should give. If you're gonna make these, it's best if all the yarn you're using is the same, like, brand and type. Like, if it's the same thickness, if you have different thicknesses of yarn, you'll find that it won't be perfectly square when it's finished. It might have like a really stretched out corner, or you know, it won't be perfectly square. That's all I have to say about that. There's nothing you do. Also, you might have to be careful about how tight you make your stitches. If you made them too tight, then it would also be like wonky shaped in the end. So you want to be a bit careful there. Okay, I'm going to show you how to weave in these ends now. I usually use one of these yarn needles. It has the bend in it. You see that? I find it's easier to like scoop up the yarn and get like in between all the stitches. Okay, so I think I'll start with this black one I have here. So you string it in there. And then what you want to do is sort of, I don't know if you scoop up underneath a couple stitches, okay? And you want to do that a few times. Little stitches this way and that way. Maybe up. You know, I find the littler stitches and the more you can in the more directions, because then it won't. I find if you go, like, say I went through this bunch of stitches and I just went back and forth, all that does is make a bulge there and it feels hard, like a knot in the blanket. So I try to do just little stitches all over the place in every which direction so that it won't come apart from using it or washing it or anything. Okay, one more just backwards just to be sure. And yeah, I think that one's good. And then you would just snip it. Often these blankets, a little end will pop out, peek out. If you wash it or if you've been sitting with it for a while, a little end will peek out. All you gotta do is just sort of yank on it so it's out as far as it goes and just snip it off. That's it. Now, if a big string piece came out, then I would be more concerned. I would try and get a needle out and try and fix that. But as far as just a little piece of thread, it should be fine as long as you threaded it through a bunch of times. Okay, so maybe that way. Maybe this way. have it. That's how you make your own custom graphgans. That's all you really need to know. If this tutorial didn't make sense to you, I will leave a link in the description below for a tutorial on how to corner to corner by Repeat Crafter Me. She's amazing. She is the reason I know how to crochet today. I suggest you go check her out. She's got some cool patterns on her website. But yeah, there you have it. I will also be leaving a this written pattern that I wrote out here in the description as well. I hope it makes sense, but I'll put it down there for you if that's helpful. And yeah, back to the blanket. I can't stay serious. This video is too funny. Okay.
So we're really mature. Dad will be proud of us.
What an old man.
See y'all later.
Yeah. Oh. Blue. Only 3 colors left.
Will they be any good? Will I wish that I could return them? Or will they be garbage? We will
Garbage!
Anti-overflow glue.
Look how pretty it is. That's incredible. You know, like her dad's at home, like, I can't find my dick.
I can't find my dad's. Of course he would know. Ben.
My dad's name is
Simply
Ben.
Dad Logical.
He attends to my needs. Should we ship this back? Hi, I'm Betsy and I'm 12 years old.
Gay band.
Tea, please. The CD has nothing on it.
Hey, so as I'm wrapping this up here, you want to know something really funny?
The CD does have something.
Everybody jokes about how Ben is like everybody's dad. He wears dad jeans. He does dad jokes.
For everything hollow.
Thank you, Betsy. And I'm sorry.
I know I'm only 27, so I'm only a couple years younger than Ben, but he does look exactly like my dad. Insert picture here. Isn't that funny? Like, the way he shaves, the glasses and everything look exactly like my dad when I was a little girl.
But you could give hypothetical,
sorry, Ben.
non-advice. Thank you, Katie. Feels like a book.
No.
Man, I was not expecting
No.
the best and worst of the night.
So,
Am I in that book? Beanie Babies, yeah.
finished.
Beanie Babies. Remember everyone?
It's upside down.
There are actually people.
That's what HoLo looks like upside down.
LA Gear light up sneakers. I just bought children's sneakers recently to relive my childhood. Furby!
I was in a Furby corner.
Your Furby sneezed and gave mine a cold.
Furby. My pee popped up. It's going too hard at the book. People might not realize when we were in, grade school, we didn't have...
Time for the big review. So there you have it. Quite a few painstaking hours. The hollow thread was quite hard to work with because the yarn is quite stretchy. The hollow thread is not. It's plastic, like you would expect, and it is under exaggerated. Like, I found it very hard to get the hollow into photos, but it is there. All of the hollow taco has hollow thread plus the word hollow. I tried to do 2 threads of silver hollow with each strand of gray yarn to overemphasize the seedy hollowness, but it's pretty much the same as Cristine's hair video where she tries to put hollow in her hair. And she's like, it's under exaggerated, and it is a little bit, but the sun hits this blanket, the ReAl HoLo really comes out, and it's gorgeous. And I find that it's because they're just little threads, there's no scratch. It's like, I had a suggestion from someone to put a blanket, like a, what do you call them, the kind of like this on my wall here, thin fleece blanket, and line the back of it with fleece so that it wouldn't be scratchy on her skin. If she is to use it, it's only like couch blanket size. Like, I mean, it can fit over your lap if you're having a cold evening on the couch. But I found that it's quite thick as it is. And there is no discomfort. You can't even notice that there is plastic in there. And it's so gorgeous. So you could be sitting on the couch on a cold winter day in the Canada, and the sun would come through the window and just light up the hollow right there on the hollow taco. I really hope she'll like it and appreciate it. I mean, it does cost a lot in yarn. It's a lot more work, to weave in all the ends when there's more color changes, because I added a lot more to hers than I had in Ben's. This, oh my gosh, my OCD is killing me. I am so sorry, Cristine. This one was supposed to be red and I messed up and did the wrong one. I'm dying inside. I'm sorry. There was no way to fix it, and I wasn't going to undo the whole blanket to fix it. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Ah, it's killing me. But yeah, there's to show you no one is perfect. I made a mistake. Anyways, thank you so much, Cristine, for helping me to come out of my shell, to show me I can be who I am. I can be myself. It's okay if I'm weird. It's okay if my videos are a little cringy to start with, you know. I'm just starting off. To all of you watching this video, I'm not going to just do crochet. I do love crochet. And just a big heads up, I'm going to refer to Repeat Crafter Me a lot, because I learned how to crochet mainly off of her patterns, and a lot of the things that I do and have learned to do are because I follow her patterns a lot. So if you want to just go check out her website, she has a lot of great patterns. That's where I learned to make most of the hat patterns that I've learned to do. I do a lot of children's winter hats, toques, very cute animal and different character hats. So there's going to be those coming up, as well as I have an old jewelry box here. I'm hoping to do a restore on this. I've never in my entire life done a old jewelry box restore before. I just happened to see this at my local dump and thought there is no way I can let this go, just get thrown away. It's a little bit old and dirty, and it's got some scrape ups. I want to see if I can make it look more modern. I've never done it before, but I'm going to try and make a video about that. So you've got that to look forward to. I mean, if there's any kind of ideas you have for videos that you'd like to see, leave a comment down below. I'm open to suggestions. I don't know how to knit, so please don't ask me to, but if there's crochet ideas, things like restore ideas, I love DIYs. I'm planning on doing a nail art video, also dedicated to Simply Nailogical, only because I'm so excited about finally getting my hands on HoLo Taco. So, look forward to that video as well. Also, I used to watch a lot of art shows as a child, and I've learned a couple different techniques using just like paper and glue and different tape, different household items that everyone pretty much has usually. So there'll be a bit of a variety to my videos. It's just mainly because I have a variety of different types of crafts and art that I actually enjoy doing. That's why I gave myself the name Pajama Ladies Crazy Crafts. Not just because I'm the pajama lady. I mean, squirrel! And represent Oilers! Don't give me no hate. I'm not a huge sports person in my family. Growing up was always very big in Oilers, and it kind of just stuck. So it's nearest to where I live, so I just kind of stuck with, I guess, Oilers. If anyone says what's your favorite team, I'll just say Oilers, even though I don't keep up with any sports at all. Not sports savvy. I connect with you, Cristine. I am not sports. Anyways, the crazy crafts part is the fact that I will try and attempt different things I've never tried before, different crafts, different art projects. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that if you're interested, and leave me suggestions if there's something specific you'd like to see. With that, I'd like to say we'll see y'all later. Bye!